I'm J.J. Johnston. I'm the Executive Artistic Director of the Classical Theater Company. I'm playing Sherlock Holmes. I'm pretty excited to get a chance to play this character because he's someone who I've always admired, and a character that I've fell in love with at a very young age. So this is a really neat opportunity to get a chance to play him. He's a character who is so often very energetic and frenetic, and I'm really excited to work with some of his obsessions. Like, he gets very focused on certain ideas and topics, and that's something that I really want to emphasize in this particular interpretation of the character.
Hi, I'm Amelia Fisher, and I'm playing Helen Stoner, who is the damsel in distress in this piece. And one of the fascinating things about that is that she is in almost every scene and really does drive some of the plot forward in a way that's unusual for women of this time period. She is a character who certainly is in more of the victim slot right now. She's the one in distress, as we said, but she still takes so many steps to seize matters into her own hands. She's the one who first goes to Watson and Holmes to try to get them to come down. She's clearly talked to lawyers about the case. So she takes all of these steps despite being a victim in this 1885 period. That makes me feel like she's closer to the modern woman than I would have suspected initially. You know, even despite corsets and petticoats and all of that stuff. I'm drawn to her because she does have this core of strength of trying to figure out what happened to her sister and bring about a resolution and escape what might be seen as her destiny. Another wonderful thing about getting to work in this show is working with Margaret, who designs our costumes. So I'm getting to play in not only corsets and petticoats and bustle, but these incredible fabrics influenced by the history in India, and getting to play with all of these different, what could be restrictions, but which we get to finesse and use to our benefit.
My name is Troy Scheid, and I'll be directing the Speckled Band and Adventure of Sherlock Holmes for Classical Theater Company. I'm a lifelong Sherlock Holmes fan, so I'm extremely excited to work on this production. And one of the questions I ask myself when I'm working on a new play is, why is it important for this play to be produced now in our times? Sherlock Holmes has been around for a long time. He's had many incarnations and adaptations set in different time periods, and ours is faithful to the original set in the 1880s. And so the question that I was considering is, why is it important for me to work on this play now? What makes it relevant today? What makes it more than a period piece? And what does it say about us that we're producing this play right now? One of the things I think is inherent in the character of Sherlock Holmes is that he is a flawed hero. He relates to other people in a different way, and he preserves his instrument, which is his mind, that has abilities that are honed beyond what ordinary people are able to do. And I think in our time we kind of value seeing a fusion of opposites. I think this is something that we deal with every day. We talk about people being more connected than ever before, and yet in some ways people are more isolated. Technology is more readily available to everybody, but there are still people living in the United States who are not connected by technology. People hear more atmospheric information than ever before, but yet there are greater divisions. And so one of the things I'm exploring and looking at Sherlock Holmes, the character and the piece, is this reconciliation of opposites, or our attraction as an audience to these opposites. Sherlock Holmes is a flawed hero with abilities that are beyond us, but also the character of Dr. Grimsby Roylott, who is the villain of the piece. It seems like in this piece we're looking for not only a flawed hero, but also a villain that we can defeat, or we can be watchers in the defeat of this villain. But it's also a villain whose motivations we see and understand, that he's human and makes human choices. So we have an anti-hero and a villain who's multidimensional, and while not evil, we certainly feel good when he comes to his downfall.
Hi, my name is Andrew Love. I play Dr. Watson in the Speckled Band. One of the aspects of this play that I really enjoy is the fact that Holmes and Watson kind of complete each other. And at the time of the play, where it starts, we've actually kind of separated. I've become engaged, and Holmes is kind of working on his own on numerous cases. And I come across a case that I know that Holmes can help in, and so I bring it to him. And when I do, it kind of reignites the quality that brought us together in the first place, and it kind of starts the second chapter of our relationship. And it's kind of the boys are back together again, and that's a really exciting aspect of the play for me.